Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is December 3rd, 2012. Let's go ahead and see what is on the news today. China's first masturbation contest held in Shenzhen, China. What?
Average Dude has something to say about...
Oh, heaven above, there are just some things that you keep in the bedroom, you keep in the bathroom, you keep to yourself. Episode 40 here, ladies and gentlemen. China's first masturbation contest held in Shenzhen. Yeah, China's holding its first World AIDS Day masturbation contest. You know, the whole safe sex thing, jacking off, that, yeah. Hey, all right, I'm going to tell you right now. People, if you have kids, if you do not let them watch this video. I'm not going to show anything. I'm definitely not doing that. But the very nature of this subject matter, just don't let kids watch it. They're going to have more questions. It's going to cause more problems than it solves. Let the adults watch this one. You've got to be kidding me. Quote, sex toy manufacturer iHurun.com sponsored the event. Big surprise there. Big. Sorry for that joke. I'm sorry I even bothered to make that joke. Quote, the 10 male participants wore masks and hid their genitals with orange buckets that would later reveal the fruits of their labor. God! Why? China, you've got to be kidding me. Isn't it bad enough that you have an annual event where you eat pea-soaked eggs from like little boy that pee in buckets? You're doing this now? Come on, China! Get your heads out of your asses! Okay. The links are down below if you're curious. Like I said, I am not posting this shit. Pictures, video, or anything. You can look if you want to. I'm sorry that I did. I was planning on doing something else as an episode. This came my way. God. See, and there I go again. Use the word. It makes sense to say the word came in that context, but then of course you think of I'm so not happy about doing this episode. It's sick. If you see the pictures and whatnot, you see these dudes standing around side by side together. They've got their pants down. They're standing next to each other. These are grown men with their pants down. They're holding orange buckets in front of their junk. The buckets have numbers. It's a contest. Yeah, contestant number 1, contestant number 2, contestant number 3. Yeah, for masturbating. God, there's just certain things that you do not need to make a competition, and certainly not in such a public display. Like, they're making a big thing about this, and the guys are wearing these stupid masks or sunglasses. They're trying to hide their identity, no doubt. What? How could you possibly explain this one to your children? If you're on camera doing something like this, an event like this, what do you think your grandparents or your parents are going to think? Or your kids? Or grandkids as the years go? How do you explain it? You just gave them decades of therapy. Oh, wow, people. You've got to be joking. Let's continue. Okay, I hesitate to bring this up. I did it again. bring this up. I can't do this story. I can't do this story. Oh, let's move on. Okay, if you guys keep hearing slips like this, these are actually unintentional. How do you do an episode like this? Quote, to keep enthusiasm up, there's that word again, for the contestants, scantily clad models danced around with sex toys and blow-up dolls. And they're not joking about this. You see a line of guys standing side by side with their pants dropped down and buckets that are supposed to hold the fruits of their labor. Yeah, you got these scantily clad models, only a few of them from what it looks like, and you know, they're cutesy little sexy outfits, and then they have a naked blow-up doll. You'll love this quote if you read this story. Quote, "But there was no full frontal nudity. The doll was nude." In fact, one photographer made certain to take a picture that showed the asshole. I'm not kidding about that. There's a picture that they show on one of these articles where they're showing it from behind. Pardon me. How do you do an episode like this? And how do you take a picture like that? How do you... who is the photographer that wants to include that ass shot, that asshole shot, in their portfolio when they're being interviewed for potential other jobs? Yeah, a shot of the ladies, you know, they're kind of, two of them are holding, you know, like the blow-up doll by the arms, holding it up, and then you see the back side, and it's like down below, it's one of those where they're trying to, you know, like from the calves of the legs, and then up, they're trying to get that upward shot, and they're focusing right on that hole of the doll. And, quote, "But there was no full frontal nudity? I guess you didn't consider the doll an issue there." Hey, what? No wonder we're all going to hell in a handbasket. What are adults supposed to think when they're worried about how their kids are brought up? They're children going online, looking at the news, and then they see that? Hey, can you imagine the questions that they're going to have for mom and dad? How in the world do you... Oh, man, you know what? As an adult, as a man in this day, at my age, I'm so wishing that we were back in the days before the damn internet. This is ridiculous. And you have parental filters that you can't filter everything. Oh, Lord. Quote, "This December 1st, it was called a wank-a-thon." Well, what else are you going to call it? Big surprise. Not again, big surprise there. Quote, "The current world record holder of the longest time spent masturbating is porn star Sonny Nash, who pleasured himself for an impressive 10 hours and 10 minutes in May 2012. Okay, yeah. And it was in an event. This wasn't in private. This wasn't on the set of a porno or anything. You want to know where China got this idea from? America. Who else? In fact, what part of America do you think is most likely to... San Francisco. San Francisco has a Masturbate-A-Thon every year. In fact, this world record from Sonny Nat, 10 hours and 10 minutes in May 20... That was the 2012 Masturbate-A-Thon. San Francisco holds an annual event for this. Go figure. The Masturbate-A-Thon is held at the Center for Sex and Culture, where else, on Mission Street, as in missionary position, Mission Street. Okay, I'm done with this episode. You all can think what you want, but I cannot stress this enough. Hey, we're trying to raise kids in this day and age, and this is what... Oh, human beings, you are absolutely out of your damn minds.